This week on Good Film Hunting Cult Classics, we're going over the edge, literally into the raw, restless suburban nightmare of 1975 film of the same name. Directed by Jonathan Kaplan, it stars breakout Matt Dillon alongside Michael Eric Kramer and Pamela Ludwig. Set in a sterile, planned community where adults talk at kids instead of to kids, film follows a group of bored, ignored teens whose rebellion escalates from pranks to full-blown uprising. Are we still members of the youthful rebels who took on a real estate development empire? Or is this cult classic too outdated for us to drink the kool-aid? Andrew, over the edge.
Gary,
let's talk about it.
Oh man, this is
a throwback.
This goes back to on TV for this kid here. We've talked about that before. God, if you don't know what I'm talking about, back before cable TV was all the craze and all the kids had it, you had subscription TV. You had a box, and we'll probably do an episode somewhere where we talk more about trials, maybe under Amnesia Lane. We'll talk about, but you had this box that sat in front on top of your TV. It was called On TV in Cincinnati area. I don't know if it's everywhere. And basically, from like 7 o'clock at night till midnight, you flip this button, and your channel 3 on your TV became a pay-per-view channel, a subscription channel.
Yeah,
they didn't have a big catalog. Over the Edge was one of the ones. Chainsaw and I, my brother Chainsaw, we watched this movie all the time, and
yeah, man,
I was, hey man, cool. I was excited when I brought this up.
You did bring this up.
Well, Gary, we have a story about this movie. You want to talk about?
It has come up in conversation.
Yeah, I'll do that. While tell the story, I'll get the Rotten Tomatoes real quick for it.
Well, I'm assuming that you're referring to one Tuck Smith.
Yes.
Who we interviewed at the Rockin' Pod. Wait, was that last year? Jeez,
it's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah. And this came up in conversation. I don't know. I can't recall exactly how it came up. I think we were mentioning we do a movie channel, maybe.
Well,
or
real quick,
I know what it was. Go ahead.
Yeah, iconic songs. We were asking Tuck his iconic song. That's one from Sonic Legacy, and he said his came from a movie soundtrack.
That's right.
Which we were like, oh, really? And he said, and his song was a Cheap Trick song, and he said from the movie Over the Edge. And I was like, wait a minute, hold the phone, because I love Over the Edge. So that's, but anyway, we endeavored to get Tuck, because he said he wanted to talk about this movie, and we tried. Truck's hard to get his schedule lined up, so we could not get him to join us for this. But in the future, if he ever wants to talk about Over the Edge, we're more than happy to do it. But Tuck Smith, great musician, great songs. Anyway, Tuck Smith would have been fun. So Gary, we watched Over the Edge.
Rotten Tomato me, Andy.
Rotten Tomatoes has this sitting at 85 with the critics and 84 with the audience.
It's almost like a groundhog. That's where
85 and 84. Gary, this is one of those films. I'll go first on mine. This is when we say this a lot. We talk about these retro films. The memory of the film was better than the actual 2026 eyes watching it for me.
Yeah.
It's not a bad movie. It is of the time, massively of the time. You want to take a time capsule back to, what would you say this film came out, Gary?
79.
Oh, God, 79. You want to know what 1979 America was like? Watch Over the Edge. Minus the kids taking over the city and stuff. That wasn't that bad. Go ahead and give me your rating, Gary, and we'll get into some discussion about this movie. Yeah. It's so.
I wanted to put it higher. I watched it.
Yeah,
I couldn't put it higher.
Yeah, it doesn't hold up for me.
No.
This is one. So the idea of me, my thoughts on cult classics are films that I'll pull them up every now and then and watch them again and just reminisce. And I'm like, oh yeah, maybe every 5 years I'll watch a movie that's a cult classic. I may never see this movie again in my life.
Yeah.
That's where I feel it's not that it's bad, it's just not it's hard to watch because it's very dated. Now, uh, the things my notes are this, Gary, we can riff as we go.
Sure.
It's based on the community New Granada or
Right.
New Grenada, I don't know how you wanna pronounce it. Eh, I love their idea of what the future was going to look like. So
Oh, we always love these.
that's the fun part for me that you go back, we talked about when we watched Soylent Green, what they thought, you know, the year 2000 would look like, and, like, nothing like what they were talking about.
Right.
So that's the funny part about science fiction, and, if you go back and watch old sci-fi films and what "This is set in the future, the year of 2025." You're like, "Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not what you think it is. We're not in flying cars, we don't eat tablets for food." Um, so I enjoyed that. Now, I will say this, this was based on a real story, a true story. I don't know if you dug that up. I did a little reading on this one.
Yeah.
But it was based on a 1973 article about a city called, Foster City, California, where there was a little bit of an uprising. Now again,
Not to
that's
this extent,
right,
but yes. Yeah.
but that's so there is a truth-ish to this story. It was based on it. It's again, this we hearkened on this before. It's a little dystopian in my eyes. Am I right on it, Gary? Is that the right phraseology?
Sure. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
they're having an America that is just the parents are all like, milk toast and like, "This is America. We wear our suit. We drive our Ford,
Yeah.
Granadas to work every day and blah, blah, blah." And it's just like,
Told
and
through
it
the eyes of the kids. I mean, really,
yes.
the way everything
Yeah.
is painted by the way the kids would look at it, really.
Yeah.
It's not, you know.
Bucking the system. They hate their stiff corporate American parents and,
Yeah.
you know, "We just wanna go to the KISS concert, man," which cool note for me, because what kids wear, like, a KISS shirt at the rec center, which, again, they think all of us kids hang out at the rec centers.
Right, right. I know that was funny. Like, what?
I didn't even do that in the '80s. I didn't
Now, of course, this is a community that sets this up so the kids have something to do.
right.
And maybe if they had that in the neighborhood I grew up in, maybe that would have been a thing. I don't know. I don't really see that, but this is the late 70s, so this is a little bit different.
Yeah, maybe people do hang out at rec centers. We grew up in suburbs, so we didn't have that option. You
Yeah,
went to the woods and hung out with your friends, and you rode your BMX bike around, and you know,
right.
made fun of each other till your parents yelled if you come home. Uh, the language, it seems so after school specially to me,
Yeah,
you know? Like,
yeah.
"Hey, man, you shouldn't be doing that."
Well,
You
the
know?
drama of it is kind of that way, and I don't know if that's an acting of the times or if it's just the fact that you got a bunch of kids.
Yeah,
I did read that Matt Dillon was 14 during the
yeah.
filming of this, and that he actually was more kind of the character, and so it wasn't really so much acting as just being himself to a degree,
You be mad.
with which made it stand out. And you can see that in the performances of the kids. He's kind of the one of the only ones that almost seems a little genuine to a degree.
Yeah.
Not completely, but to a degree.
And
You can
again
certainly see how he stands out among the rest of the cast.
and I think you mentioned this was his film debut. This is the
Yeah,
first Matt Dillon we see in the world, which, you know, he went on to have a great career. I mean, you know, but I like the Kiss references as a Kiss fan. That was always nice to me. They
yeah,
scored the Kiss tickets. Kid
yeah.
had the Kiss T-shirt when the cops come in and "Hey man, stop busting up the rec center, man." Guy in the background has a big Kiss T-shirt on, which is like,
And
yeah,
there's some good movie or good songs in the movie.
yeah. The soundtrack's
So,
fantastic.
yeah, so you've got a good soundtrack to work, which from what I understand, my
Yeah.
notes said something about because of music rights, there was an issue with the film not being out for a while because of that.
Oh
But
yeah, I bet.
and you could definitely see that it wasn't. I don't think it made a whole lot of money. I don't have a lot of notes on here. I don't think it made a whole lot of money or anything. Uh,
I can jump over here to
Freeze up for me, Andy.
talk.
I
Well,
do have a note that says that this was kind of a precursor to Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and then it kind of inspired it to a degree, but to take it more in the vein of a comedy, which is obviously what Fast Times was. I
Yeah.
don't I don't really see a whole lot of, other than the aspect of it being from the kid's point of view, I don't really see Fast Times as being
No,
much of the
no,
same kind of film at all.
not at
Uh,
all. Yeah.
but just another one of those, around the same time period. And it's a kids thing. It's like watching, I don't know, go talk amongst yourself.
Yeah.
What you got on the, what it made?
I don't. I couldn't find anything.
Okay,
So
alright.
there's no numbers for it. So,
Yeah, I didn't have anything either in my notes for that.
the other thing that, just as a personal note that I thought was awesome, uh, when Dillon steals his mom's car, spoiler, but the car he steals is a vintage Ford Bronco, which is my, dream car. I want one of these things. I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah.
man, it's awesome. Yay, Kiss and vintage Broncos. Holy shit." You throw a marathon bar in this thing, and this is the best movie I've ever seen. Uh,
Marathon bar, the dashboard, and you'll steal it. Okay.
I would be like, "I'm with you, Matt. Let's go, brother." Uh,
Oh, shoot, lost my note.
so
There.
the funny thing that I just a quick little note I made is just a funny uh, this is maybe how kids think, I don't know, we probably would have done the same thing. So, there's a scene where there's a big climax scene where, the parents are gathered at the school and things happen, and the kids kinda go crazy. Again, most of you'll probably never watch this movie, but amongst the chaos, Gary, this just made me giggle to myself. The kids are going crazy, the parents are they're mad because the kids are out of control, and they're like, someone's got a gun, and they're out in the parking lot drinking, and they're destroying the cars, and one of the kids has the audacity, knee nay may I say the balls to steal a tuba. He's running through the halls with a tuba. I'm
I
like,
don't even remember that.
"What?"
That's
It
funny.
was the best. I think it was 2 of 'em because one was carrying the horn, the other guy was carrying the bag in, like, they couldn't carry it, and, like, they look at the camera, they
We're
keep running.
we're really showing them.
"Oh, you got me." We can't replace the horn that nobody in the band's actually been using. Great.
Hooligans! Bring
Yeah.
those back, hooligans!
Yeah. They were gooping. What? So, yeah, to get out in the parking lot, and then one kid's got the tuba, and I'm like, "The fuck? That's what you steal? You
Yeah,
you're raiding the school, and you go for the tuba." Gosh. Anyway,
yeah,
uh, so in retrospect, in hindsight, this film doesn't hold up for me as far as like, "Oh my god, this is still such a good movie to watch." Like a good example of that, a film that I loved as a younger person and still love today is The Warriors. Now, it may not be a great film, but that film holds up for me for what I watch, what I enjoy in a movie. This does not. It's like, oh god, I remember. I guess when I was 13, I felt this way, like, yeah, screw you, mom and dad. And I
yeah,
went to a school where I grew up, Gary Merwin Elementary, was kind of the new modern, what they thought schools would be like in the future. It was the newest. It wasn't. It's just a building. But
yeah,
their idea was that they branched you off in sections of the school. So all the kids from first and second were in one section, and the
yeah,
school was built with, like, these arms. I don't know if you've ever been to Merwin Elementary, but that's
yeah,
anyway, there's a nice timely reference for people that live in a specific part of Claremont County. Um, so, yeah, it's a fun look back. Like, I would urge my daughter to watch this, as you wouldn't know what it was like for me to be 1979, what it was like to be a kid. This was kind
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
You rode our BMX bikes, but you didn't have a smartphone. You had nothing to do. Most kids probably didn't have, like, an Atari game system in '79. You literally had nothing to do but hang out at a rec center, and we didn't even have the rec center.
No,
We
I would say our rec center was going to Aladdin's castle in the
go to the
in the
mall. You were on
mall.
at Kevin Smith for callback.
Yeah,
Uh, but that's what you did. So it's so different for our kids. They don't know this world of just sheer boredom.
right.
You know, I love when
Yeah.
our kids say, "I'm bored." You don't even know what bored is. What do you do when your parents say, "Go outside and find something to do"? And there's like, What?"
Yeah,
There's no kids my age so close to me.
Yeah.
I don't have a rec center to go to. I
Not
I
allowed
don't
in the house.
bathe on a
Well,
regular basis. I
come-
I frighten small children. I have open sores on my back. That's some of that's gonna be edited out, Gary.
No edits in this one, Andy. Sorry,
Oh,
buddy.
son of a whore, that's gonna play well. But anyway, but yeah, I would say you should watch it just for something to like, get your friends together and pull this in and watch it, but don't put it high on your list of films to see.
It's super thin on plot,
Yeah.
and there are some really laughable moments of like, I can't believe this was written.
Yeah.
But it's good for a look back,
But
like you said. And there's some good songs, and there's a few interesting things. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't foresee me ever going back to watching this
ever.
anytime.
I mean,
It-
maybe if my brother and I were hanging out one day and he's like, "Hey man, you got any good movies?" I'm like, "I got this." I'm like, "Put it in."
He would definitely be like, "Yeah, man."
Chainsaw would love this. He'd be like, "Man, movie still holds up." I'm like, "It doesn't. It really doesn't, Tony. I love you, buddy. I get
Yeah.
where you're coming from, but it does not."
Yeah, this one lives in the memory much better than
Absolutely.
it played out watching again. But
This
you
is
know,
not the Citizen Kane of
teen
teens take over a small
pushing
town.
back against their community and
Yeah.
adults. And
I would say a better version. If you, Gary, stay with me on this one.
okay, wait.
The Citizen Kane of this style of movie of teen rebellion. I just drew a blank on the fucking title of the movie.
What a letdown.
Oh, wait a second. Wait. Talk, Gary, entertain the fans for a minute.
Okay, let me entertain. So really what you have is I think I froze too, Andy. Okay, yeah, that was
Wait
dumb.
for it.
Okay, come on. He's looking it up. You can't tell he's looking it up.
Wait a second.
Andy, blink if you're in trouble. Blink if you're in
I
trouble.
can't brink. I can't do any of those things you're talking about.
Andy, come on. Talk to me, buddy. What's
This
going
won't
on?
even pay off by the time I get there. You're like, that so wasn't worth it.
This is, if you really want that kind of movie, you really want.
Shit.
I'm telling you, this is not an edited. These are no
Gary,
longer.
the Christian Slater movie.
I'll pump up the volume.
God damn it.
It's not worth it.
It just didn't pay off, did it?
It went too long. That's why earlier when I was saying it reminded me of another thing, and I just stopped talking. I just was like, "Go, you'd go."
So anyway, if this by chance would have been edited, I would have said, if you want a better version of this movie, you'd watch Pump Up the Volume with Christian Slater.
It does follow the same sort of thing.
That is the Citizen Kane of
film
that we've seen.
Teens of rebelling against communities and schools in the Deve, and
Waiting on the Deve,
and calling and having an amateur radio show. And
very hard on. God, that's awesome.
Take cover, Arizona. Anyway.
I gotta watch that.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that one before, have we?
We have not.
Okay, we'll have to bring that one up.
In all honesty, Gary and I love this movie. Pump Up the Volume. If anybody's seen that movie, awesome. Check in with us. Anyway, watch that instead of this if you want to watch a good movie. There we go. That's all I got, Gary.
Not worth
I've wasted enough people's time with my.
It is a great look for you, though.
You think so?
Have you guys seen Over the Edge? Do you remember Over the Edge? Have you seen it in a while? If you have, comment below and let us know what you think. If you haven't seen it since back in on TV days, early 80s. Oh my gosh, 80, that's great. You haven't seen it since the early 80s.
Suck it on a chili dog. Suck it on a chili dog.
What is your recollection of whether the film was any good or not? Let us know also in the comments. If you see Pump Up the Volume, let us know if you want us to talk about that one, because we'll talk about it. Anyway, thanks everybody. Please like, comment, subscribe, and Andy, say bye.
Adios, people.
This has been a Touch of Madness production, brought to you by the creative minds at Tommy Twins Media.